Okay, we're back. We are Jersey Shore insane matchup. They lost a tough 4-3 game. The couple of guys on, and Eli Harari lined out to end the game. And a couple of bright spots on your team. First of all, you made a controversial pick in the 9th round. Almost, you came to blows with Maurice Haber over that pick, but looked like a great pick down there. Abraham Haber, another 4 for 6, 4 RBIs, 4 runs, 2 RBIs yesterday.
Abraham, I would say, is probably batting average-wise, first or second on the team. Maybe him and Henry are pretty close. So
he was 4 for 6.
Yeah, he was 4 for 6. So we decided to bat him first the second game because we saw so many rallies starting with him batting. When he led off batting 10th, he'd get a hit. Jemal, and Henry would get hits, and we put together some runs. So we only scored over, the last game last week, the first game this week, we only had about 5 runs over those 2 games. So we said, let's shake it up a little bit. Let's try Abraham first. We put him up first. Sure enough, he gets a hit leading off the game. And before you know it, we're up 12-1 or 11-1.
Wow.
So we really put it to him. I think Stevie Azer only pitched 3 or 4 innings.
So that counts as 1 game?
And then Chucky came in, it counts as a game. Although Eshko tried to fight it and say maybe it's only 2 innings or it doesn't even count. But we said it does count. So Chucky finished up that game and the final score was 12-4. So it was nice to see the team bounce back after a very tough loss. And within 2 or 3 innings, we scored actually the first 3 innings. And something also very interesting is most of the runs we scored were with 2 outs. I think almost all of them, all 12 runs might have been scored with 2 outs in the inning. So a lot of clutch hits. Again, Abraham, I think I'd hit every time up that game.
If it's 8-1, how clutch could it be?
Well, all the runs that we needed, they were all 2 outs. All the first 6 runs we scored.
And Jemal got a couple of runs home with the RBI singles, and he played brilliant center field once again.
And how is the co-management going between you and Hammer and Hank? Had some issues early on in the year.
It's going okay, but he wanted to pitch to Chucky. I was sort of against that. So what could you say? But who knows how it would have went?
Who's going to win next time? Maybe you this time.
Maybe. But it's very, very hard to take him seriously when he's holding like a red dildo in his hand. Very, very, very tough. I don't know what that is. But, okay.
Budget cuts.
Whatever it is.
Sponsors are very happy with us. They provided microphones. What do you think with Azer yesterday? Do you think he ran out of gas, or were you guys caught up with him in the second game?
I don't know. He was pretty much grooving the ball. I didn't see him moving that much. Pretty much grooving the ball, not mixing up, speeds. And I guess Abraham Haber hit him really well. And most of us, we didn't hit it that great the first game, but the second game it was just, we came out with a lot of fire. I don't know if he slowed up a little bit. After a couple of innings, he was out, but I got to give credit to our team for really hitting it.
Maybe you have to go to the Hamptons again.
Did he stick around for the full game?
He stuck around. He actually batted and got a hit.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
All right. Actually got a hit last week, too, so he's 2 for 2 probably. So now you guys you split, and next week you got a interesting matchup versus you play next week.
Who do you play next
Maurice's
week?
Pieces.
Maurice's Pieces.
Maurice's Pieces. And RJ's team.
Jeffrey Sack is showing, or is he another sabbatical?
Yeah, we'll get to that. So that was now the next matchup is Maurice's Pieces versus Dirty Dozen yesterday, and on paper it looked like Eddie Michon versus Jeffrey Sackett, and it would be a cakewalk. But Jeffrey Sackett's debut, his first game since 2008 season. And he was outright brilliant yesterday, and NRJ caught him. Why don't you tell us a little about
I actually had the pleasure to catch him. Jeffrey Sackett pitched better than I could have ever imagined. He threw, I believe it was a 2-hitter in game 1 with 1 or 2 walks. He was throwing very hard. He's very in shape. He went on a off-season regimen where he dropped a few pounds, and great defense behind him. Jordy Ramel playing third base, Eddie Rishley at short. Both had great plays. Meyer Safdie from right field in a 1-0 game threw somebody out at the plate with 2 outs in the 6th inning to keep it at 1-0.
You caught it and tagged him?
We caught it. We tagged him.
I think Jeffrey covered home.
Proceeded to drop the ball and then re-tag him, and the umpire called it.
Was it Jeffrey covering home?
Like a pinball machine, the guy.
No, crazy.
You never know what Jeffrey is.
The play of the year, definitely of the week, the play of this week was not even the play at the plate. The play of the week was we're up 1-0, 2 outs, 7th inning. They have a man on second. The tying run is on second. And Gabe Abadie, younger brother of eligible bachelorette Carlos Abadie, Gabe Abadie rips what looks like a clean single to center field, and Leo Pachotto makes a diving catch straight forward. Didn't dive to one of the sides or anything. Belly flop straight forward and held on to the ball for the last out of the game.
That's how game one ended?
That's how game one ended. It's 1-0. That was the last out of the game. Wild game.
Wow.
And they claim he had a bad knee. Okay.
Wild game. He has some sort of brace that goes from his ankle to his thigh.
It braced pretty damn well.
Yeah. Amazing catch.
Once again, Maurice's pieces showing no offensive punch whatsoever.
Absolutely no offensive punch.
And
once again, we had 2 men on in the 1st inning, the 3rd inning, the 4th inning, on and on. And Maurice's pieces were just having a lot of trouble getting the hits when we need them with men on base. We looked it up. We have the lowest batting average in the league with men and runners in scoring position.
10 runs in 4 games.
The 1 run was scored on a
2.5 runs a game.
We've
teams are putting up 10 runs an inning.
We've 10 runs in 4 games.
10 runs in 4 games.
We won 2 games last week by scoring 4 runs total.
Yeah.
We won game 2 3-2. So the offense is not there yet. I shudder to think how good we could be when our bats start.
If you could be 2-2 with 10 runs
coming together. Yeah,
that's a good sign.
We need a dose of the eligible bachelors, I think, just to wake us up.
Yeah, well, everybody's circling that on the calendar.
How did Eddie Michon
ironically,
Eddie Michon, to answer Mr. Dash's question, Eddie Michon pitched very well. He looked like a little bit like his good friend Ike Edid there. Doesn't have the speed that Edid has, but Michon gets the ball over, changes speeds, inside, outside. He pitched a very, very impressive game.
What's the Moses watch? Does anyone know?
Well, Moses was ironically eligible to come off the disabled list, and he told him that he was almost ready, but Michon basically told him to
take off another week.
Take off another 3-4 months. And,
my people are telling me that they don't really want Moses back, and that Eddie's doing a better job than they thought Moses would do. So there might be some issues on that squad also if Moses forces his way back to the mound.
I think honestly, in all honesty, the best scenario for that team would be Moses 1 game and Eddie Michon 1 game, because I don't think Moses can go 2 anyway.
Interesting.
And I think
Eddie Michon's an excellent fielder too.
That's another thing. A lot of plays up the middle. He's a big guy. He makes every play up the middle, but that team has a great defense to begin with. So Jackie Towell in center field. Nathan is playing like
I heard he was
25 years old again.
They said Jackie was getting everything.
And AB
Their outfield is unbelievable.
Very good at it.
Nathan made some plays yesterday that he does it all the time.
Yeah.
So it's nothing
but
to
he's really
mention.
playing.
But it's unbelievable. He saved the home run by not catching it, but he got his glove on it and made it into a double. Anyone else playing left field, it would have been a home run. And Joe Zaccaria in right field has a gun of an arm.
Yeah.
A very, very strong arm. So base runners, beware.
Oh, where did AB Dweck play? Is it
second game?
Yeah, AB Dweck, yeah.
So that is a talented team. They got some pop. Joe Zaccaria, poor guy, paid some rookie dues yesterday by being actually, you can tell us, they walked Eddie Michon a couple of times to face him, and
why would he bat behind Eddie Michon?
This was an interesting scenario. With 2 outs in a tight game, a 1-run game, or a tie game, there were actually men on first and second.
Really?
With Eddie Michon coming up, and Jeffrey Saka pitched to Eddie Michon way inside ball 1, called the conference on the mound and said, I want to walk Eddie Michon here.
First and
second.
Wow.
Very unorthodox move.
What was the score?
And it was a 1-run game.
1 run. So you put the winning run on second base.
Yes, sir.
And up the bases.
Wow.
No margin for
he got Josie. And then I think later on...
that was earlier in the 5th or 6th.
That was in the 5th or 6th.
And then
later on in the 7th, not the same scenario. Actually, first base was open, walked Michon again, and got Josie again
Wow.
for the last out of the game.
Yeah, so Josie is going to be a future star in the league, but right now he's
Paying his dues.
Drink some Gatorade if you want.
Another word from our sponsors.
That's good. You know,